They're shook. Game. Oh my gosh. The things we have to do to get our first win. Hello, it's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, a Northwind Avatar control deck that proves I am now aware that you can put 15 cards in your best of one wish board. So we have 15 cards, and am I sure that these are the right choices? No, I haven't tried this deck yet, but I'm excited to. It is at its core, Izzet. That's all it is that we can cast all of these with blue and red mana, but occasionally, the Twin Maw Stormbrood might come out using a Cavern of Souls or a Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. And in the sideboard, we have some splashy stuff like Shiko and Ureni that can also be cast off that blue-red color combination plus one other color. There's another Cavern in the sideboard for Northwind to fetch. And then there's just a bunch of cheap interactions, like the Ghost Vacuum, the End of the Floodmaw, the Negate, the Soul Guide Lantern, the Pyroclasm. Then there's the mid-range like interactions of Aetherize to sweep a whole attacking battlefield, or Glen Elendra's Answer to counter all abilities and make fairies. And then there's the Haymakers that also happen to bounce our Avatar to use it again, like Season of Weaving, Summon Leviathan, Turtles in Time. I used a mythic wildcard on this. Will I regret it? So definitely haven't completely solved the wish board, haven't played it yet, but that's what I wanted to try out. In today's video, we're gonna play Northwind Avatar Blue and Red Control. So get Draconic in here. Let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. The Snare, the Fair Snare. On the draw, though, we can't cast it on time. And two Avatars and a Consult. Our deck has a lot of cheap and early removal, and this is not it. I think I have to mulligan this. Okay, this is full of things we can cast early. I think one Snare on the draw will be fine. And then the Exhales will hopefully bridge us into drawing into more card draw and spells. And then we drop our Dragon, go get the perfect card to make the opponent's head explode. That's the plan. That's how we do. Starting town versus island. You might be able to make many colors, but I only need one. Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know. Is Cavern of Souls a good card? I was unaware. How did this happen? And every card we've drawn is a counter spell so far. For Graveyard Hate, we have a Soul Guide Lantern in the board, so we do need to make it to turn 6, which means we either need them to miss a step or lack some kind of disruption, but right now it doesn't appear that's going to happen, as they have a double Cavern, double Mill effect draw, which basically ensures we are going to lose this game. Welcome to the best of one Magic the Gathering experience in all of its beautiful glory. Here today for you, content for your liking. Yeah, yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's turn 4, so why wouldn't you have done this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yes. Okay. What does this even do? Oh yeah, it draws like 8 cards. I mean, yeah, if you stacked your deck, you'd probably make these plays. Yeah, there's another Galta there too. Yeah, it's funny how the deck has gotten even greedier over time, as if that's what it needed to compete. But it has brought the Timmy energy unlike anything the world has ever seen, with Galtas and Terror of the Peaks, and now even Doc Ock that isn't Doc Ock out here. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, that's cool. This is good. It's probably the easiest turn 4 they've ever had in their life. Wouldn't have been able to resolve any of it without 2 caverns. Yeah. All right, fine. I mean, it does feel like Magic Arena's giving me the middle finger saying you don't get to play today, but that's normal. We've done this every day for a while. But yeah, we're not going to beat the graveyard deck if we can't stall till turn 6 Avatar into Soul Guide Lantern. And to do that, you do have to interact with them on the stack in some way. I don't think it's worth like putting our very narrow cards like Soul Guide Lantern in the main to cover that. So it's just gonna happen. So when this leaves something, gotcha. At least we have an early spell this time. Wow, with the Dispelling Exhale in hand, they have a Burst Lightning ready to go. Okay. Tough day. It's already a very tough day. We didn't have a Spell Snare this time. Yeah, twice on the draw, twice against absolute counter magic hosers. But away we go. I guess I need land. Nothing else really matters here. And let's see how quickly I die. Yeah, take 7. Yeah. So far, nothing but the nuts out here. That's a card. Do need it. I also need to live. So make him play it again. Could have also bounced the voice next turn and maybe countered it on the way back, but I don't think that'll get us there. And we are at 3. We were just dead on board if I didn't do that. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's it. Cool. All right. On the draw twice, turn forward twice. Nice deck. We in each game we had interactive spells. It's really good of Wizards to make sure that just interaction doesn't matter, so that little children can solo and feel like gods of the game. Like, I'm glad we're taking care of them. That's good. That's a good thing. I'm not bitter. Let's try this. We didn't have to mulligan this game. That's a start. Do we have blue up for bounce off? Yeah, they might have Badger Mole here. It's pretty good. We get to do this on the draw again. Let's see what they take. Nothing. Well, that's... They feel confident, don't they? Again, we have, if we install to turn 6, we can nerf their graveyard, and that's the plan. We need to find on the stack interaction. But they would have taken a greeter into their hand if they didn't have Cavern already, unless they're bad at magic. So let's find out. It'll be fun. A braid or an island? What does an braid even do? Doesn't do anything against them. I'll just make sure we hit 6 land drops. All right, so if they just have it next turn, are we dead? They already hit the bringer. I guess the bounce off is really good. Okay, hold. Not gonna stock up there because we have consult and bounce off if they just get back the, when they get back the Arden, right? And that would fix a lot. Kiora. They're going to fill the graveyard more. That's good for us. We need them to play around counter magic a little. We have 4 Dispelling Exhales, so it's not like we don't have any counter magic. But we don't draw any, that's for sure. Let it be. Bouncing it here, we'd still rather use the bounce off to interact with Arden. That can kill it. Huh. I don't think we want to kill it. Next turn when it makes an 8/8, they still need 2 turns. How do you get 2 turns without counter magic? You really don't. But if I play the stock up, it's like a green light for them. We can hope that they don't have the card they need or a way to put a card in the graveyard for the Kiora. I think both are optimistic at best. But I think we have to... Do we have to commit this? Yeah. I mean, we gotta try some. We gotta try this. I don't think we can afford a stock up here. I think next turn we have to stock up into a Dispelling Exhale. But if they just reanimate here, we're just doomed. Yeah, they just played it right into potential counter magic that we didn't have. It's very frustrating. Are we dead on board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 6. Yep, we're dead on board. All right, yeah, we don't have a way to clear. All right, good deck. Deck is doing the job so far. Literally nothing's gone right. Ouch. Like, if we had had all the counter spells that game against the Reanimator opponent who didn't have Cavern, we'd have been fine. But literally, we've been on the draw every game and nothing's gone right. And we're on the draw for the 4th game in a row. This is what you get for crafting a deck on Arena, guys. Pain and misery. But let's see how it goes. What are you? We might need to kill a Voice of Victory. Let's keep that. Okay. Dragons. Nova Hellkite revealed. Sweet. It's gonna be a tough one. Where are the Dispelling Exhales in the matchups they're needed? Or are the Spell Snares? Why am I playing Island instead of Monastery? The questions must be answered. Yep. Glad we kept the Abrade. Hello. Awkward mana, but close. So we've got the Exhale. We've got a few more Kill the Cheap Thing cards. They're hitting all their land drops. Oh, they have another one. That's nice for them. It's been that kind of day. Oh my god. We probably won't even find another land drop. Dude, the anti-control players are out in full force, and we don't have any good answers. I could do both of these. I think I have to. I mean, that's where we're at, right? This is what it takes to be alive. If they top deck, if they just slam a Cavern, wow. Content is content. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I love Magic. Magic's great. Best game. So we need a... I mean, do we stock up here? I guess. Yeah. I mean, maybe they won't play a dragon. Bounce off might help. They're not going to counter me, but I still think we want the Cavern here. And we're going to need a land. Boing. All right, what do you guys think? Are we going to top deck another counter spell now that they're useless? Sure. They made a 5/4. Hey, dragon. Okay, that's something. And what do we want? What do we want? What do we need? More importantly, we're tapped out. I mean, we could get the Cavern to have the land drop for the Meringue Regent next turn. That's not exactly what I had in mind when I built this puppy. We could also get Shiko. Shiko does do a good job. Trades with another dragon, blocks another dragon, gets a stock up. Yeah, let's go with that. Should help us hit the land drop next turn. Mm-hmm. Trade with the Stormbrood, take the 4. This thing has to be recast because of warp. It's just cool. Another voice. Why wouldn't it be? All right. Shiko. Dig. Up. The stock up and cast it, just like we do in Jeskai Control. A land that can't cast the bounce off. That sucks. Wow. Okay, hard mode. 5 damage to a creature without flying. Hard mode. I mean, I think I still do need the land. This is not what you had in mind. Another warp, huh? Is the last card a Burst Lightning? If we take the 6, we're just dead. If it is. But, I mean, you have to allow for that. Blocking here, we lose Shiko, so I'm taking it. So we gotta deal with the Voice of Victory. Okay, it's a Conqueror. That's fine. It's just a 3/3. Draw. That's not what we needed, but we have this. Okay, hold. Fortunately, we didn't have the island to spell snare the replay on the voice, if that's what they do. And if they top deck a Burst Lightning, it's that kind of day. Uh-huh. Well, got it right back out there, didn't they? Nova Hellkite. I think we have a chance. I think the tide is turning a little bit. There's the island we've been needing. I think I bounced the voice so I can make plays on their turn, even though they have the Cavern. Bounce snare is 2. Then we have 5. With 5, I think we're looking at using stock up. Okay. Maybe we'll hit another removal spell, or we got a dragon. Okay. One piece at a time. Well, the mana's not going to work out for casting a Dispelling Exhale as well, but it's unlikely to matter. Unless... oh, you can't have them play another Nova Hellkite and win, so like, not really attacking here. I mean, they could bounce this, but it's kind of a waste of time. Maybe they would have taken 4. Yeah, I should have tried it. Should have given it a shot. Should have attacked and seen what they do. So the right play would have been to have Dispelling Exhale up to target the Voice of Victory, so they pay the 4 and then hit it with a Spell Snare, and it would have taken them off another spell this turn. It is very sad that I did not do that, but here we are. Do it. Do it to it. Make them recast. They can warp both, so I have to be able to block both. Can I attack for 6 here? If I put them at 15, what would they draw? Something like a Get Lost? Then they can't warp both. Okay, we're moving in. We gotta close. We have to close the deal. Well, if you didn't quit on the deck yet, you got a treat. This was a war. And it was an uphill climb. Triple voice of victory, wow. And the cavern on time. It was brutal. But we are still here. With counter spells in hand that might still matter. Let's find out. By the way, our first Northwind avatar of the day went and got us our land drop. That's about as Magic the Gathering as it gets. Interesting. Nothing else? What do they have? Well, if it's a removal spell, we've got them. Just untap. They're at 9, they block there, they die. Hi. You didn't make everything uncounterable, did you? It did top the Get Lost, can you believe it? They're shook. Game. Oh my gosh. The things we have to do to get our first win. You counterspell haters can't stop me forever. What do you think on the play? Nope. 5 in a row on the draw. We do have turn 2 removal, turn 3, well, maybe not a turn 3 stock up, but good chance of a turn 3 stock up. Let's go for it. Black? Who runs this color? Like, what's a black deck currently? I don't know if I need this fire magic or not. Well, they didn't play a turn 1 creature, so I'm gonna guess no. I mean, that's the kind of deck it's in there for. Creature, creature, creature. Not deceit, deceit, deceit. Yeah, get in there. What do you want? What you taking? Okay, okay. Avatar aversion over here. I want that card. Card advantage. It's really good against decks that want to do this kind of thing. I want to show them I drew it. Yeah. Stock me up. Consult, consult. Card advantage against these decks is just what you need. You can't take us all. This is mono black. They play mono black. You can come out. Hopefully they don't have demolition field just right now. It scared me for a moment. Harvester of Misery, but they named Demon. So once again, uncounterable, huh? Twin Maw handles this. How do I beat the Demon? That's something I don't think I addressed in with the Northwind avatar, but who knows? Grab these. Stormy Broody. Yeah, this is not a deck I really built around playing against, but who knows? I don't know. The stories? I think we just counter card draw here where we can. Another consult. A lot of consults here. Should be able to sculpt a hand if we have time. Ooh, that's not good. I think I'll just take the lands. So what do you got to get rid of for them? What works? We can't get attacked by the Restless Reef. We have to counter Insatiable Avarice. And we have to keep them from cloning Deceit, I guess? Because the more superior Spider-Man tactics they use with the Deceit, the worse it is for us. Okay. I feel like we should nerf their graveyard. And we did not get the dragon we need to do it. Do I take the stock up to keep digging for it, or do I take the exhale? They took my dragon, but I can find another. I'm going to take the exhale. Right. That can go get a dragon. A Northwind Avatar, to be clear. So they need an untapped land? They play a stock up and they have 4. Okay. A duress. Let's see what we consult into here. No dragon. What is going on? I'm so bad at this game. Okay. The hell? I mean, so far the trend is they'll take the stock up. They take the exhale, so there's something they want to resolve. And they have a reef, but we have a bounce off for the reef. Not worried about a counterspell out of them. That deck doesn't usually play to any. There's an avatar and a stock up. We did it. But I don't think casting it now does anything. I think we just want to wait. Again. No exhale, just these dragons. Well, we are prepared now. We found them. I think I would have liked a spider sense or whatever the name for it is. Okay, third deceit? I think so. Nope. Oh, yeah, okay, only 2 to go. They took 1. Great choice. Cover up taking the avatars. Yeah, okay. It's pretty brilliant. It's good stuff. I just wanted to use my wishboard, but I guess not. Thanks guys. All right. 2 burst lightnings. 3 burst lightnings. How are they going to beat me? This right here has them at 6. I have other dragons in the deck. Those can try to do the job. They play a harvester. I should have responded with the monastery. No, let's just do this. Let's go get a dragon. Draw some cards. I mean, obviously, Spell Snare is something they play around very effectively. Until they don't, which is usually when you play a dragon. I don't need this many lands for anything, really. It's tempting to go phase. Also tempting to just use a bounce off, make them do it again. I guess I can do that. I don't think a braid is any good. They want to make me discard? Done. I discarded. Except I countered. I think that's an exhale. And land and go. Interesting waiting game going on. There's only 3 cards. It's possible a dragon could get a hit in and then they could die. Well, they're taking action. They're gonna deceive me. Yep. Let's see what this is. A land. Wow. Well, the burn strategy is about to get roasted. We do want to try to hold these for reefs, though. Jesus, I hate this game so much. Oh, look, a land. It's cool. Nice. 3 straight lands. We're in the clutch, and it's 3 straight lands. I'll let it attack first so they don't power up reef. We're just gonna lose to these creatures at this point. Braid, not very useful. Another land. I've had it. I'm good. I don't need to play this game anymore. What a mess. Ah, I want to like this deck, but I can't. I just can't do it. It's just too bad at everything. It hurts. It hurts my soul. Give it another shot. I can add more colors. I just don't like... honestly, I've never liked 3, 4, and 5 color decks. Just never liked it. I like good old 2 color pairs. I'm just old school. I always try to do the thing that everybody does with 3 colors with 2. If they do it with 4 colors, I try to do it with 3. Okay, the... guys... like, seriously? The amount of Cavern of Souls out here. Have I been against this card in every game? I think I have. Jesus. It's enough to make somebody believe that Magic sucks, quite frankly. Yeah, I know, I took another one. I don't believe that they're a human deck. I think we'll have opportunities. The Zuko Conflicted is just going to be like they get a bunch of value for a minute and then they don't. So, and of course it has to be a 2/3. By the way, the amount of 3 toughness things we've gone against that make Burst Lightning bad and Fire Magic bad. Like, where are the Cub decks? There's no Cub decks? Okay. Cool. Fun. I'm having a great time. Like a 3-color. Seems like it's supposed to be a Demonic Pact deck, which is not that scary. There you go. Roasted. Sure, a Grim Bauble. Obviously, I do not care at all. Mistrise. Pass. Well, we could stock up now. Okay, I'll stock up now. They're not playing blue. They're just digging with their bauble, which is probably a Beseech the Mirrodon, and this is probably an Iroh donate you Greed's Gambit deck, and because I mean they spent mythic wildcards on those Greed's Gambits. Once again, we have stocked up into 2 stock ups. Just pass with this. 2 counters and a consulted instant speed available. 7 mana for the opponent. A Gambit playing around 3. I guess we need a dragon. What are the odds of a dragon? We got one. We got 2. All right, what do you think is needed? The Zuko Conflicted and the Iroh, I guess, get countered at instant speed by Fire Magic. Bounce Off does kind of a job, but they do have 2 caverns now. I'll take the Fire Magic. Pay the 4, you fool. Ah, you cannot. Your cavern works on the creatures, but not the spells, eh? How about that? That would be a Northwind Avatar. And with the Dispelling Exhale available... Yep, let's just go Northwind. It's time for that beautiful card selection. And I think this is just a negate. Not the most exciting, but in this matchup... Yeah, okay. Yeah, Ruben can't have it. Fine. Consult and exhale with a stock up. I mean, yeah, just on the draw, just don't come out guns blazing this time. This is the kind of hand that loses to Cub, and we haven't played against Cub. So of course this time they'll have it, right? When I don't have a Spell Snare or a Burst Lightning or a Fire Magic, that's when they'll have Elf into Cub. Okay. Lands only. Gotta be land. Is there no meta anymore? Jesus. I guess people like that. It's supposed to be a good thing. Meta diversity. It does make it harder for a control deck that doesn't have great universal answers. And Izzet as a control color has rarely been the best. Like Goldspan Dragon is the kind of card that can, and Alrund's Epiphany, right? Those cards can kind of change that equation on raw power alone. But Izzet as a deck needs the right answers. And their answers are pretty narrow if they aren't playing tempo. You know, counter spells and bounce, right? Let's hold. Nice and easy. We're up against tokens. Just don't let them have their key cards. I wonder why they didn't sack the cake. It's a little weird. They scared? Give me the falls. Gotta have lands. Snare. Wish I had countered the cake. In, because it's not a land, and we already have, well, that would have been our third. Gotta be willing to take lands with your stock ups and consults if you're not going to run like 30 lands in your deck. It's just the way it goes. You're going to play around counter spells the whole game? Yeah, they are. I'm just going to pump. Okay, cool. I mean, eventually they're going to get a dragon. Let's start right here. Go get me the cavern, since I have another one. Make sure we hit our next land. Then we have things like Pyroclasm or Mass Bounce like Season of Weaving that can really do a number on them. Battle menu, down goes Dragon. Attack for 4, yep, they're doing it. Pass, cool. I will be Dragon again. Make them have it again. I think they took the wrong path with playing around the counter spells, but I don't know. What do I know? Here we are not countering things, so in a sense it's working. We'll see if they still win. The fact that they're using it to draw here means they're falling behind on the tempo. They'll probably Wrath, but then we'll play Northwind Avatar. Okay, Get Lost is fine too. What else you got? I mean, at some point we'll draw like our bursties and stuff. Land drop's nice. So we could still have Exhale open after a Northwind. Seems good. Now, what do we grab? If we're going to untap next turn, what's the right play? It's a big dragon. Wipes out tokens. We have a stock up in the grave? I think we do. Not yet. Have one in hand. I think it's like 3 steps. Yeah, Negate's probably good against them too. It's a very boring pick. Like, you want to be able to like do this. Sure, I'll take this because we have Dispelling Exhale to make sure we get to use Season of Weaving to hopefully return our avatar. They made a fish, okay. My 5/5 is bigger. They dealt with our first 2 dragons. Can they deal with this one? If they do, we're still in pretty good shape. We just go try to find another with stock up. Ah! I mean, we can draw a lot of cards that way. Do we want to? The fact that this is still alive, and now we have the fire magic, we don't need to yet. Let's map. Good card, but not what we want. Trying to hit land here, so I don't have to take land with my stock up. Brilliant. Well, now it's probably better to consult. No, it's still good to stock up. Fire magic for 1 on end step when they make more dorks. These are good cards. You will respect my north wind. Rawr. Draw. Okay, we like that. They're trying to dig their way out of dealing with one dragon, which is sometimes pretty darn good. Counter dragon is still a strategy. Behold! That's a card. I got 2/1 lifelink. Six. All right, return each non-land, non-token permanent, and I don't need the cards, which is weird to say, but so that's what we're gonna do. I have a 5/5. Protected by counter magic, and another card from my wishboard on deck. I want to go menu. They can pay. That resolves. Might as well fight it. Can't take these counters with us. Double cake. Shocking. How did this happen? Again. 5 mana open. I think the answer will handle all. There are other tactics though, like 3 steps ahead is pretty good. A 6 mana would be perfect. I don't really need another counter spell necessarily. I think it's just negate. It's too bad. It's just so perfect. Boing. Care to try again? Yep, they just keep trying and counter dragon. They held off the counter spells early by making tokens, but now they're all working. Let's get a burst lightning. Come on, deck. Cough it up. Or don't. Come on, deck. You know your job. There you go. Finish them. Weird deck. At the end of the day, a little rank. So we'll take it. Rough day though. Definitely showed off its weaknesses more than its strengths, but man, does it feel good when it's working. Thank you for watching. You're cool. And thank you to CoolStuffInc.com, promo code CGB5.